DNA replica of himself and of Clark's real mother, Lara, and embedded it in the crystal. And he knew that if Kara wasn't going to answer the call of the crystal, Clark would instead, by pretending that his mother was crying for help. And obviously Clark fell for that, took the blue crystal to the fortress, and problems ensued basically. The blue crystal, well, I say the blue crystal, but blue kryptonite, it's what it does to a Kryptonian is that it actually strips them of their powers once they, for example, Lara gave Clark a blue ring. Apparently on Krypton, it's a sign of a son coming of age, as it were. You know, the ring is passed down from father to son, you know, for generations basically. So that's on Krypton, but on Earth, obviously, with the fact that they're all superpowered beings, any Kryptonian that wears a form of a blue ring, which is also a form of a blue kryptonite, strips them of their powers. It doesn't make them weak like green kryptonite does. It just basically strips them of their powers completely, so like they're a human being, as it were. So it did that to Clark, which Zor-El already knew, because he previously visited Earth before and tested out all the different kind of Kryptonian minerals on Earth and what effects they would actually have on Kryptonians. So that was actually nice and interesting for him to do that, you know, a bit of research beforehand. Also, we find out in this episode who Grant Gabriel really is, aka Julian Luther, Lex's supposedly dead brother. Although in this episode we think that he was secretly adopted, later on what we actually find out, you know, later on in season 7, we find out that he was actually cloned. He was part of some sort of cloning experiments that Lex had been doing for a number of years, as it were. And we find out this because another guy who was also cloned remembers what happened in the lab and everything, and remembers the same memories that Grant Gabriel has. And you know what Lex is like, because he's playing God. And Grant Gabriel turns around and says, "I'm going to live my own life," kind of thing, because he doesn't like the idea of Grant Gabriel just going out there on his own. He decides to have him killed, doesn't he? You know, that's Lex for you. But no, I think this episode was really good. It was all about families trusting each other, kind of thing, I suppose. You know, Lara actually seeing her dad for the first time for what he really is. You know, a cold-hearted monster, as it were. Then obviously you had, as I say, Lara played by Helen Slater, and again, wow, she is just looking amazing. Time for her has just been flawless, is all I can say. Also in this episode, Chloe finds out that Lois and Grant are having a thing, and that was funny. It was just so interesting just to see all these elements in one episode, with so many things happening all at once, and I definitely enjoyed it. I really did. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Next Friday I'm going to do a review on episode titled Siren. This is where we meet Black Canary for the first time, and there's a particular scene that I'm going to pick out from it that I love so much from that episode as well. If you've seen the movie Equilibrium with Christian Bale, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I look forward to that review next week. And then the week after, normal service resumes, children. Yes, we're back onto the new series of Smallville with, I believe it's episode 15 or 16. Well, it's titled Infamous. It sees the return of Tori Spelling as the water-powered reporter Linda Lake, and she's got a few tricks up her sleeve yet again. Yes, so look forward to that and hope to see you all soon. Okay, bye.